Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope that everyone is having a fantastic December so far. Today I wanted to make a fun little video. I recently turned 29 and I wanted to make a video of 29 things that I've learned at 29 years old. And I've always been very attached to the self-help genre. And so I thought this would be a fun little video. And just a quick disclaimer, this is just solely from my experience, the things that I've learned. But, if any of it resonates with you, great. And if not, that's okay too. I'd love to hear more of the things that you've learned. So let's keep it going in the comment section too. That would be awesome to learn more about your perspectives too. All right, so the first lesson that I've learned at 29 is try to be okay with being alone. And at some points in my life, I've struggled with this, but as I've grown older, I've learned to really like my independence, and I think it's what teaches you new things about yourself, just being alone, and you get to experience the world in a different way than if you're with other people. And it's good to have a balance for sure, but I find that when you really take the time to learn more about yourself, doing more things with yourself, having a good time on your own, you just learn more about yourself. And over time, you also learn to handle rejection, and you get over it more quickly, because you just enjoy your own company. Um, so yeah, this is really what's helped me in my own confidence and gaining my own independence. Okay, number 2. There will be parts of your life that won't pan out right away. You might not figure things out right away, and that's okay. I think it's important to practice patience in those moments. Be patient with yourself, be patient on your journey, and reaching your goals, there's a process to becoming and living that life, I guess. And I find that the things that we really push and we really have to force to come to fruition, they sometimes aren't meant for us. We should really allow things to pan out naturally and obviously work hard for what you believe in. But, you know, there's a multitude of things that will be waiting for us on the other side, and it's important to just be patient. So, number 3 is for me, prioritize your physical health. Make sure that you're getting the amount of sleep that you need every night. You're staying hydrated. You're eating well balanced, healthy meals, that you're getting exercise, and staying disciplined about it. If you need to gamify this, like for example, I have a Fitbit and it tells me when I've reached 10K steps every day, and that's one of my goals, and it displays a fun little thing across the screen when I reach 10K steps, and it just kind of helps me to stay motivated to reach that goal. But would highly recommend to just prioritize your physical health. And number 4, to tie into that, also make sure to prioritize your mental health. If you can, go to therapy. Don't bottle in your emotions, and practice talking about your emotions with other people, like your friends, your family, a trusted person. This is really important, and I don't think there should be a stigma around it. Number 5. Number 5 is you are never stuck. There's always a plan B. So, for example, if you're in a job that you're not too fond of, if you feel stuck, but you're not sure what your options are, guaranteed there are other solutions, there are other options waiting on the other side. We just have to explore them. That could mean, starting your own business. It could mean transferring departments. It could mean maybe the company's not a good fit for you. So we just have to be willing to explore that, and having conversations with people that we trust is can also give us new perspective on that. Number 6. Number 6 is something that I'm still working on. I'm working on all of these still. But number 6 is learn to listen to your triggers and what they could be telling you, like the root cause of them. For example, let's just give an example. If there's someone who is getting more opportunities than you, and you have this strong frustration whenever you hear about them getting certain opportunities. Of course, this could be because of what they have, but oftentimes, if you look even deeper than that, it could be telling you, maybe you want the visibility that they have, or maybe you want the recognition that they have. So we just have to think more about what the root cause of that is, and doing that work is important, and also finding ways to make those triggers less intense for you will pay off. Number 7. Number 7 is, if you're a perfectionist like I am, make sure that you are prioritizing progress over perfection when you can. What I mean by that is breaking down your tasks into baby steps if you need to, if thinking about the task at large is feeling overwhelming for you. And, prioritize making small steps at a time. And oftentimes perfection can come from really being in our heads a lot. And I find that if we try to find ways to get out of our head by collaborating with other people, asking for other perspectives, that can also allow us to step out of that mindset. Number 8. Number 8 is to just take as many breaks as you need. I know when you work at a 9 to 5 and you feel like you're chained at a desk for 8 hours a day, it can feel like we need to be at our desks all the time. But if you need to take a 15-minute break, and that 15-minute break is a matter of you feeling energized when you come back, that is usually worth it. And learn to listen to what your body is telling you if you need breaks, because at some point our bodies will force us to take breaks, aka you will get sick, you will get ill, and you'll have to take a break, and you'll have to just listen to your body. Yeah. Number 9 is to treat friendships like a season or a phase, which might seem controversial, but this is what has allowed me to just not be resentful when things don't pan out the way I'm hoping for. If we think about friendships as they're here for a reason, a season, I don't know the full quote, but if we treat it as such, we don't hold in that resentment, and we learn to understand that friendships go through many phases, and no matter how long we think a friendship is going to last, people move, they grow apart, they need breaks, distance, and ultimately that's just life. Number 10. Number 10 is it's okay if we choose to have a closer bond with chosen family over our blood family relatives, for example. And think that our blood family may not understand us in the same way that certain people do, and that's okay. But, it's important to have those people that we can go to for emotional support, for that we can share just about anything with. And I think it's important to try to find those people, whether it's, a friend, a mentor, a teacher. You just don't know who you're going to end up, really having a close bond with. And yeah, I guess familial dynamics are complicated. Okay, number 11 is going off of number 10. For the people that open doors for us that we never thought would open, or they lend us a hand when we really needed a hand, make sure to check in with them, to offer them a lending hand when they need, and just to really cherish those people, because it's rare to find those opportunities and those people. Okay, number 12. Number 12 is it's okay if you are simply just a 9-to-5er and you prioritize life over work. There are a lot of people like this, and there's also a lot of people that are willing to work a lot of overtime to get to certain promotions, and you just have to figure out where you stand in that and what your values are. And also, at the same time, it's okay to practice flexibility and to have those things change over time. Like if you want to go for a promotion and you realize that you need to put in a lot more work for that, it's okay to put in that effort. My point is just to understand, when you want to change those values or when you want to change, and when it's a good time to prioritize life over work, work over life, just figuring that balance out. Number 13. So number 13 is everyone has to make sacrifices. Everyone chooses their version of hard in life. And for example, someone that's a stay-at-home mom had to make a sacrifice, and someone that chose to lead an ambitious career also had to make a sacrifice, leading two very different lives, but both had to make sacrifices. And I think life is all about sacrifice. So when I make decisions now, it actually kind of helps to think about, for a change in perspective, what am I sacrificing to do if I'm choosing one decision over another? And that helps me to just have a different perspective. All right, number 14. And I think I'm going to probably split this into 2 videos. So, and put the rest of my lessons into another separate video. I still have lots more to share, but this video is getting kind of long. So, last one I'm going to share for today is number 14. Read more and read different genres. I find that when I'm reading and spending more time on this every day, I am building my vocabulary in different ways. I often have different perspective that I'm bringing into situations, bringing into conversations, and ultimately I weigh my words more carefully. Stop like searching for different words that I can use in sentences and just experimenting with my thought process, if that makes sense. But yeah, I find that when I read more and of different genres, you just innately have a different way to express yourself, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Alright guys, that was the video. As I mentioned, I will be making a part 2 on the remaining lessons or things that I've learned at 29 years old. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And until the next video, oh, also leave a comment down below on one thing that you've learned that has been impactful for you. I would love to hear your responses. Okay, until the next video, have a great day.